Well, again, welcome back to Cosmic, Frank Oswald Boyce's book. We left it with Liam. 2 lucky winners. So let's see if he manages to be a lucky winner. Our third winner is Max Martinet of Lille in France. Max's father believes in discipline. So many children today are allowed to run wild, he says. Not Max. I insist that he does exactly what he's told. If children are bad, you punish them. If they're good, you must reward them. Max does as he's told. I told him to win this competition, and he did. See, all the other kids are getting help from the parents. What's my dad doing? Valeting the taxi. The next lesson was media studies with Mr. Middleton, who blatantly hates me. We watched a DVD about the history of washing powder adverts. No one had noticed my phone playing in the background, but I did wonder how my credit was holding up. I've been on hold now for 3 hours. Did it make me want to give up? No. What did make me want to give up was the next text message. There were only going to be 4 winners in this competition, and this was the 4th. We have a new winner, Hassan Zanadu from Bosnia. Hassan's father, Edim, says, childhood is a happy time, and how can we be happy we don't have the things we want? So I give Hassan everything he wants. After all, it's only money. And I have always got more money. For instance, he really loves thrill rides and wants to be the first ever to ride the rocket. So I found the number of the girl who won it for charity. I phoned her, offered her to give the charity twice as much money as she could raise with sponsors. Simple. Everybody has the price. If the competition was over, then the music should stop and the line should be closed. But the music was still playing. Then I realised if he'd bought the German's girl's place, then he wasn't the 4th winner. He was a replacement first winner. There was still 1 chance left. And now the music had stopped. And there was a ringing sound. I was being put through. I pulled the phone out of my pocket and got ready to speak. A hand snatched the phone out of my hand. It was Mr. Middleton. I pleaded with him not to hang up. I'm in a queue, sir. I've been here since 8 o'clock this morning. No mobiles in class, an invariable rule and basic good manners. You should know that. Oh, please don't hang up. I could hear a friendly woman's voice talking on the phone. I was through. He snapped the phone shut and smiled. Tell me, he said, what was important about the new ideas that Omo used to promote their washing powder in the 1960s? What was important about them? I'll give you a clue. Suds. Now then, anything? No, you weren't listening to me, were you? You were listening to little voices in your head or on your mobile. Maybe you'd like to tell the rest of us what they were saying. It was a level 70 monster question. The kind you're supposed to walk away with. But I engaged. I said, recent studies have shown that the chances of an asteroid hitting Earth at any time in the next 100 years are 5,000 to 1. Blatantly, the odds get stronger with every day that passes. A big enough asteroid could cause total global extinction, and therefore, it doesn't matter how long your suds last. And it doesn't matter if you've been specially selected or not. Sometimes you just don't need to take the elixir of mages first. Sometimes you step up to the monster, the elixir just comes. He sent me out of class. Next chapter, fathers have children. That night I was finally took down. It's your solar system glow-in-the-dark mobile. It wasn't even astronomically correct. It still had Pluto on it. Everyone knows that Pluto's not a planet anymore. It's something too big for an asteroid, but too small for a planet. It's nothing. Like someone's too big to be a kid, yet too young to be an adult. Then the phone rang. A friendly voice said, Hi, Drax Communications. Still want to be the world's best dad? This time I waited for the options to come up. But they didn't. There was a pause, and the friendly voice then said, Hello, Mr. Digby? Oh, yeah, what? Yeah, that's me. Who's that? Dr. Dina Drax here. I've been waiting for your call. You've been waiting for my call? Yes. When I tried to call this morning, I was on hold for about a year. I thought there must be about 1 million people in the queue. But I told you that you were specially selected. Didn't you not believe me? Yeah, but that whole thing went on like so long. I really wanted to share that piece of music with you. Well, thanks, I enjoyed it. And to find out how patient you were. Patience will be an essential quality on this trip. Oh, I can be patient, really. I can sit for hours. Good. Well, Mr. Digby, you're through. Oh, that's completely cosmic. A car will collect you from your registered address at 800 hours on Tuesday morning. Dr. Drax, that rocket, what kind of ride is it? It's like a reverse bungee or a roller coaster or... Oh, wait and see. That's one of the ways that which you can exercise your patience. Now, tell me about the child you'll be bringing. I'd completely forgotten dads have children. I do hope she's a girl. We're very short on girl. Oh yeah, she's a girl then, definitely. Anything you say. And what's her name? Who? Your daughter, Mr. Digby. My daughter. Time to engage. I said the only name of the daughter I've ever had. It's Florida. Her name is Florida. If Liverpool city centre was level 2, it's a secret location in China, must be level 50 at least. I wasn't going to make the same mistake this time. This time I was going to skill up before levelling up. In the World of Warcraft, you can have weapon skills, gathering skills or trade skills. You can have mining skills too, but they're a bit rubbish and all you have to do is really have a pickaxe. I was going to need, on this quest, disguised as Florida's dad, I would need dad skills. I went through all the books on my dad's bedside table. They were mostly colour charts of quick-drying low-odour bathroom paints with mad names like Antarctic Glow. But there was one called Talk to Your Teen, which was how to trick your teenage son or daughter into talking to you. Unbelievable. It was like finding the cheat sheet for Arbiter 4, except it wasn't Arbiter 4, it was my life. Look at this. Does your teen sometimes seem sulky and uncommunicative? Meals are the most natural places for conversation to flow. To create the best possible conditions for this, you should turn off the television before eating and try to serve fiddly food. Fiddly food keeps people at the table longer, whereas pizza can be dispensed with in a matter of minutes. A kipper can keep a hungry teen at the table for a full half hour. In other words, meals are traps. Except what sort of sane person would try and set a trap with kippers? It also said, it's very important to show an interest in their world. Ask them about their friends, their music, their books, their computer games. So he never was interested in the history of Azeroth or the Wondrous Warriors weapons at all. He was just keeping me talking. I should have realised this before I went carefully monitoring my dad's conversations for several days and discovered they can be broken down into 5 headings, namely, how we got there, what the parking was like, what it was like in the old days, something thoughtful which made you think, something to do with last night's football. For instance, on the Saturday morning we went to the new Strand to look for handles to put on the new kitchen cupboards. We didn't find any, although we did find an amusing cactus holder shaped like a donkey. This is what Dad said. 1. The main road was choked, so we're better off walking. 2. £2 to park for 2 hours and it takes you half hour to find a space. 3. In the old days, if the shop didn't have the right handles for your cupboards, you came home empty-handed. Now with shopping miles and that, you have like come home with door handles, you buy a cactus holder. Makes you think, doesn't it? 4. Are we really happier than we were then? Are we happier now because we've got a cactus holder? It's not like we've got a cactus. 5. It's no good scoring goals if we concede lots of goals. We need a terrifying central defender. These 5 headings apply to anything. For instance, my dad ever go to Azeroth, he'd probably say, we took the deep rung tram to Stormwind. The tram's free, it's very reliable, you don't have to worry about parking. On the other hand, it's raided by the undead Scourge, and then there were lots of us were killed. Luckily my guild companions had healing powers. There's no such place as Azeroth when we were little. We want to play a fantasy game, let's use sticks for swords and run round and pretend to be horses. The sticks really hurt though. We look stupid, but we did get lots of fresh air. Money spoiled football. Players now spend more time advertising hair products than they do training. I felt I'd mastered level 1 of being a dad. Now I have to get myself a daughter. Next chapter, you'll like it when you get there. The first person I thought of to be my daughter was Florida. After all, she'd already extended pretending to be Liam's daughter experience and has gained lots of pretending to be Liam's daughter's skills. On the other hand, her main pretending to be Liam's daughter experience was nearly putting in incredible danger. during the whole Porsche incident. So I knew I'd have to probably need to coax her slightly. When I tried talking to her in school, she either totally blanked me, but she always did when we were in school, or hissed at me like an angry cobra. When I tried phoning her, calls from my number were barred. When I tried emailing or messaging her, messages bounced back. I tried sitting by the new Strand Water feature, but she never came by. I think I saw her once, but she saw me first and ducked inside the Leaning Tower of Pizza. That's okay. If you need new equipment for a quest, you have to work for it. You have to dig for gold or grind away fighting trolls and looting their possessions. You have to keep going until you find what you need. The one place Florida had to talk to me was Little Stars. That Saturday, Lisa made us get into pairs, a boy and a girl, and asked us to be father and daughter. Florida tried to avoid me, but I came up behind her and said, "You could be Bryce Dallas Howard of Spider-Man 3, and I'll be your father, Ron Howard, director of Apollo 13 and the Da Vinci Code." Which one was she in Spider-Man 3? She's the girl in Dr. Connor's quantum mechanics class who falls in love with him and later on saves her from a falling crane. That's in the film. Originally went to the school as him and he was the first love, and she dies when the Green Goblin throws her off the bridge, but that was just in the comics. I remember. She was blonde and her dad's famous too. She didn't know many celebrity father-daughter combinations, but she didn't want to let go of this one. Lisa was saying, "And Daddy's got his daughter a treat. It's really up to you what the treat is, but daughter really likes it. I want to see happy acting and surprise acting, and also two people who really know each other type of acting. And for the boys, some older person acting, but don't overdo it. No old man acting. You don't have to be old to be a dad." As soon as we started working on it, Florida said, "Okay, so you're now my famous film director dad, and the surprise part is a part in your new film." "I'm the dad. It's up to me what the surprise is." Straight away, she was suspicious. "What is it then?" "You'll see." When it was our turn, it went a bit like this. Florida: "Hi, Dad. What are the things at the film set today?" "Pretty neat, I guess. Bryce, I have a present for you." "Oh, Dad, you shouldn't have. Wait. I know what it is. It's a part in your new film." "No." "But you said..." "Well, it's not that. It's nicer than that." "Remember, I earned lots of money by being in Spider-Man 3, so I'm practically everything a girl would want." "No. It's a little holiday to a theme park. Just the two of us." Florida looked puzzled. "It's a brand new theme park. One of the best rides is going to be the best ride in the world, and we've got an invitation." I started to whisper, "This is real, honest. I've won it in a competition." After an extremely long pause, Lisa said, "Is that it?" Florida stopped looking puzzled and looked annoyed. "Dad, I can't go." "Yes, you can. It'll be great. Once in a lifetime. Pack your bags and come with me. Don't miss it." "Oh no, I've got too much acting to do. So many commitments. I can't go. You must know that." "But this is the once in a lifetime experience. It's the very first day at the theme park is open. You're going to be the first person to ride on the rides, really." "No. You'll like it when you get there." "No, I won't." "Yes, you will. Just you and me together, father and daughter, like old times." "Together?" "Yeah, me and you, father and daughter. What do you think? We never spend any time together because you're always acting and I'm always directing films." "Well, you should have said so earlier. I can't go now." "Why not?" After another long pause, Lisa said, "Go on, Florida. Tell us why not." "Because I don't want to. I've already said that. Can't get in your thick head." "I was only trying to give you something nice. I thought you'd like to go on a holiday with your dad." "Well, I wouldn't, because I'm too busy doing other things." Lisa said the drama was very real and very moving. I felt sorry for the dad, who obviously wanted to spend more time with his daughter, but he was too busy to make time for him. And Liam, you were so dad-like. You were like a real dad, like my own dad, in fact. He's always saying I like it when I get there. "Oh, I'm sorry." She had to stop talking because she was crying. In the end, she did this huge sniff, looked at Florida and said, "Oh, I'm Florida. You were good too. You were..." Oh. Then she ran out the room. While she was out, I quickly tried to tempt Florida with a trip. First in, first go on all the rides, exclusive entry, no queues, free food. Why? Why did they invite you? It was a prize. I was specially selected. And why would you want me to come? Well, the prize was for a father and child. So, for a second, she didn't seem to get it. and then it hit her. Oh no. No, 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 no. Why not? We do it all the time. Exactly. We used to do it all the time, and then we nearly had a car crash. We did not nearly have a car crash. We had a sat in a car and my dad turned up. And what if your dad and Aunt turned up? No, 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 and no. Thanks. See you next time if Liam does persuade Florida to be his daughter. Take it easy. Cheers.